Hey, my name is Matt White, and I wanted to give a quick testimonial about the Bob Beck protocol and how it changed my life. So, going on more than 10 years ago, I got diagnosed with Lyme disease. I'd been riding my bike out by a river, and it was in some deep woods. And when I looked down the next day, I had a red ring around this tick bite that was on my leg. And so I knew what that was because my mother had a family member who actually had some severe health issues from Lyme disease. And so she always warned me about what to look for from a tick bite. So I kind of put it off, didn't really deal with it, and it ended up developing into some pretty intense symptoms. Months after the tick bite, I started getting serious fatigue. I could barely get out of bed. Wrists and hands started cramping and aching and pain. Bad mood swings, a lot of depression. And it just kind of continued on like that, getting worse and worse. And when I went in to ask the doctors what I could do, they basically said, well, we can't cure you, we can just help you with symptoms. And they offered me high dose antibiotics. And I didn't want to do that because I had a sensitive stomach and I knew antibiotics were really bad for me and they wouldn't actually solve the problem. So I honestly can't remember how I came across the Bob Beck videos originally. I want to say it was on YouTube, but I found a lecture of Bob Beck at the Grenada Forum, and he was giving this incredible talk about all these different diseases that he saw his protocol helping. And when he said Lyme disease, well, that piqued my interest. So I set out to get the equipment, but I tried building my own at first, and that was a massive failure. It didn't work. So I ended up getting some of the original soda units off of eBay, I think it was, and saved up my money, bought the equipment, used it. It took about, I want to say 6 months, but I absolutely did the Bob Beck protocol for at least a full year. But I remember at the 6 month mark, that's when the symptoms just stopped. I remember waking up one day and everything just felt different. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it wasn't heavy anymore. I didn't have that brain fog. Everything just kind of felt clearer. I'll tell you though, in the beginning, the die-off was intense in the first 2 to 3 weeks, and I didn't drink enough ozone water. But after that, my body kind of got used to it. But yeah, it was about the 6 month mark, and I decided to do it for a full year. But I'll say this too. I had also suffered from cold sores ever since I was young, and I would get them seasonally. Every time I get a cold or a flu, they would appear. Super embarrassing, not something you want. And those went away after I did the Bob Beck protocol too. So have never had those since. I imagine I never will. I think it pretty much wiped my slate clean. So yeah, the Bob Beck protocol absolutely changed my life. I use it all the time now with my family. Anybody that gets sick, they're getting colloidal silver water. I'm going to bring them the silver pulsar, the magnetic pulsar, whatever they need. I really can't even think of what my life would be like without the protocol and how much of an impact it's really had on just the trajectory of my life. So if you're thinking about it, give it a shot. I can't promise it'll cure everything, but it is an amazing tool. It will definitely change something. It will take your body to a new place that it needs to get to. I don't know if anything as powerful as the Bob Beck protocol, but you do have to be consistent. You have to give it time. And you got to treat your body right. I'd recommend getting in better health, eating better, sleeping more, just taking care of yourself. But be consistent, give it time, and I think it'll change your life.